What's up, guys? It's GhostRobo, and today we're here with Tales from Space, a blob, a PSN exclusive that I gotta say you have to check out. It's an absolutely splendid, spifftastic, that's not even a word, game. It's a lot of fun with one player, but in co-op it becomes twice as fun because not only are you working together to make time-consuming puzzles a lot easier, but you can smash into each other, steal each other's stuff. It's all about absorption and growing, so you start off picking up tacks and small things like popcorn, getting to the point where you're sucking up tanks and people and buildings, and it's just a whole lot of fun. But while you watch the gameplay, I want to talk mainly about two big topics. The first is how scary outer space is, and it's incredibly relevant right now because I just finished Dead Space 2, and here with Tales from Space about a blob, like, you just can really feel like there's nothing good about outer space. I always, as a kid, had those weird quandaries where I was like, let's think about the galaxy and the universe and the fact that it goes on for infinity. And I'd always get super freaked out and not be able to fall asleep, and it would pretty much ruin my life for the next couple hours because it's such a thing that when you think about, it just doesn't want to get out of your mind, and it just fully consumes you until you give it up, because there's no way to really comprehend the fact that the galaxy and universe is endless and that there could be more galaxies and more universe. I think people like to live a life that is very defined, and it's a lot easier to accept the world and enjoy the world when you feel it's set. Like, there's set linear boundaries and set linear parameters. Like, this is the world, here's the sky, that means it's the top of the world. Here's the ground, it means it's the bottom of the world. And just live within those confines of, we live in a nice spherical section, and that's it. But the realities are, that's not the case, and I think it's quite freaky if you really let yourself delve deep into it. I kind of feel like a psycho, like a asylum patient when you're worrying about things like this, but it does really, if you let yourself get really absorbed, it can become really freaky. And nothing good happens in space. I mean, look at Dead Space, look at Aliens, look at these movies. Either you're gonna die, you're gonna run out of oxygen and die, you're gonna get attacked by aliens and die, you're gonna get there and find something that you weren't planning on finding and die. Like, there's a whole lot of death in outer space. There's giant blobs that absorb the world. I don't know, it just doesn't sound like a fun place to be, whether you're getting burned from the sun by being too close, or arriving on a planet that doesn't have water, or finding out that your comrades up in the space station were really taken over by evil monsters and demons and have turned into guys with forks for arms, and they have gruesome mouths and vomit all over you. Not a fun place to be at all. I would not recommend going to space, because A, that will just reinforce your crazy thoughts and make you not be able to sleep for more nights, and B, the likelihood that something good happens in outer space, very slim. What good has happened? Sure, we send up scouts and rockets and little robots to take pictures, and ooh, we collected some moon rocks, but really, it's not like there's been any crowning achievements in space. I mean, I guess you can count the moon landing if that was a real thing as an achievement of planting that flag and being something that America can say, look what we did, and great, that's awesome, whatever. But I'm talking about from like a normal person standpoint that's not trying to get in the Guinness Book of World Records, just saying, hey, let's go to space for something good to happen. I don't see it happen very much. And again, it's just a place I don't really want to be. I know some people are like, I really think space is the future, and that has me freaked out because I like Earth. I like living in this place that's a nice bubble, that we live with the sky being the top and the ground being the bottom, and no worries. Now, part two, second part of the discussion, potentially more important, is comment frenzy. I've selected 10 comments from you guys over the last couple of videos, last few weeks, and I just want to read them. I'm not going to say the name of who wrote them, but I just found these very enjoyable. Something, if you make YouTube videos, you'll quickly find out is that reading the comments, while very time-consuming, can be rewarding for two reasons. One, you'll either get a lot of great feedback and people will say super nice things about you, and you can pat yourself on the back and boost your ego and feel really great. And two, sometimes they're just downright kooky and ridiculous and hilarious. So we'll start with one where I had asked in a Dead Space 2 playthrough video, I'd asked, like, tell me about your scariest moments, tell me about your favorite toys, and so this first few comments here are going to be from those series. We had an elevator in high school. It was for the teachers, though, and good, because most of them were so fat they blocked the staircase, and, you know, breaks weren't all that long to dingle-dangle. My most favorite toy was a huge bear that I called Uncle. He was, like, bigger than me, but I still carried it around with me and talked to it. Guess I was kind of an oddball. Yes, sir, I think you are kind of an oddball because you had a bear And I don't care that the bear was bigger than you, I don't care that you had an elevator in your school with fat teachers, that's all commonplace. But you named the bear Uncle? I don't know, that seems kind of crazy to me. It seems like something out of a movie where someone would call their bear Uncle and everyone would just like freeze frame and stare at him and give him that evil eye and be like, what the heck were you thinking? Comment number 2. I fear spiders because they can enter your house before you know it. Really now? They can enter your house before you know it. Plenty of things can enter your house before you know it. The mail can enter your house before you know it if you have one of those little mail doors. I just found this to be a very weird comment because he wasn't afraid of spiders because they're gross or because they can bite you or because they can embed their venom within your veins, but he's afraid of spiders because they can enter your house before you know it. Someone is clearly afraid of the unknown. Comment number 3. Have any of you guys seen me have black and red costume, staff, ice, power, super speed, and wings? Normally on tall buildings, attacking people then running away to piss them off. What? What are you talking about? I have not seen you have black and red costume, staff, ice, power, super speed, and wings normally on tall buildings. What are you talking about? That's some insanity talk there. You must have been thinking about the universe for too long, I guess. Comment number 4. My scary story is when I came home, my lights went on and out, and my cat was on blood, and my car turned on. Oh my god, your cat was on blood! That's one of the most dangerous drugs I've ever heard of. Worse than heroin, worse than cocaine. Your cat was on blood, and your car turned on. Pretty freaky. Comment number 5. Once when I was little, I was sleeping in the same room as my dad, who talks in his sleep, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and he said, hello, I can see you. Then he took a giant choke of air, and it scared me so much I screamed and woke him up, and he said, how am I supposed to sleep when you do that? Okay, this is odd on a number of levels. 1, why are you sleeping with your dad? 2, why did he say, hello, I can see you? I think that's probably the weirdest part. And 2, what does this mean when you say he take a giant choke of air? How do you take a giant choke of air? I don't know. Comment number 6. GhostRobo, the scariest night of my life was when I had a dream that I was walking down this glowing fiery hallway, and when I reached the end, a yellow skeleton-looking girl jumped at me and screamed. As soon as it did, I woke up and screamed and was shaking. Never went to sleep that night. Okay, I can understand having nightmares, but that's kind of a weird dream. You were walking down this glowing fiery hallway, and when you reached the end, a yellow skeleton-looking girl jumped at me and screamed. Someone, I think, has some female insecurity issues. Comment number 7. Well, I'm so sorry about your loyal companion, GhostRobo. Well, this is my scariest night, even though mine wasn't like about criminal or psycho people, but it was about supernatural events. I was at home alone, the rest of my family went on vacation, and I stayed back for my PS3. Then I've kept hearing noises and screaming, then as I was about to sleep, I feel someone kept walking in and out of my room continuously, then woke up and I saw the ghost at my camera outside of my house waiting. What are you talking about? You saw the ghost at your camera? That makes no sense. And another part of that comment that I really enjoy is that you stayed home from vacation for your PS3. Now, I love, absolutely adore video games, but I think that's a pretty rough choice. I would probably always choose vacation over PS3, unless the vacation was like to the library or the gas station or somewhere really boring. Comment number 8, and these are going to shift gears now to the random assortment for the final 3. GhostRobo, why the F would you review something you don't like, retard? Yeah! That makes sense. Only review things you love. That way, everything would get a 10 out of 10. Guys, the purpose of reviewing something is to evaluate whether or not you like it. What? Like, if you already like something, reviewing it would kind of be pointless. All you'd be doing is evangelizing a product that you're kind of already biased on. So, I'm not really a retard. Sorry you feel that way. Comment number 9, and this time we have to pull out the big guns for this one. I've got some questions. 1. Have you played the first 2 worlds? 2. Why couldn't you let us hear the voices? 3. How could you say the character models suck because they don't, and now I have to say the guy with the red cape and the other guy has some kind of mask on them, so of course you can't see them moving their lips. What do you mean, why couldn't I let you hear the voices? You heard the voices, I don't mute my games. And 2. How could I say the character models suck because they don't? Have you guys seen 2 Worlds 2? Go do this right now. Go on Google, type in 2 Worlds 2 screenshot, and check out those character models. Tell me if they suck or not. My character that I created, he has lines on his forehead, and no, they are not age lines. They are like missing pixel scan lines, and they are permanently stuck on his forehead and won't go away. I think the character models suck, and about the whole point of the guy wearing a mask so I couldn't see his lips moving, okay, I guess we'll take that. We'll, you win some, you lose some, we'll accept that one. Comment number 10. Wrapping it up, we're going to end on a very, fun, positive note. My favorite comment of the bunch, wow man, that was some crazy ass shooting there on that necromorph. You've got the reflex and aim of a true gunslinger like Jesse James or Dono Wyatt Earp. Boom, yes, I'm a gunslinger, baby. Throwing some Dead Space 2 plasma, rifle, quick shooting, quick draw, Jesse James Wyatt Earp action. And that's going to wrap this video up. You guys have been enlightened on the terrors of space, and you've experienced your very first comment frenzy, so I think it's a good day. I thank you very much for watching. Please, if you would be so kind, hit that like button. I love thumbs up. They are my yummiest, most favorite food. Guys, I eat super healthy, and there's very few things that I can eat, so thumbs up help keep me nourished and healthy. Give me those thumbs up. It really helps a lot. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Don't think too hard about the universe or the endless number of galaxies that fill up the Earth space, world space, universe space that we live in a very tiny sector of. And until next time, we will see you later.